we are back live in the Echo Rebel Experience, show number 13.
Yo.
With
Yes.
the author, singer, producer, songwriter. You did everything on the song, right?
Yeah, I did.
Lyrical Woman, Mr.
Mix and everything.
None other than the one-stop shop right here.
Big tune,
Mr. Maroon Riddimz.
Yes. Big tune.
Yeah, man. Mr. Maroon Riddimz in the building. The Echo Rebel Experience. What you say, Echo Slim?
Yo, Maroon is like one of my favorite producers.
Don't it?
Yeah, man. Because when you first introduced me to him, it's just the energy is just great. It's just vibes. You know what I mean? Positive
Thank
view.
you, man.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I love about him. But also just the musicianship, and that he can do everything himself. He can write songs. He can mix.
Listen to me, man. This man taking crafts
serious, man. I noticed that from early. From
serious.
So big up every time, man.
So Riddimz,
thank you.
Having you on the Echo Rebel Experience, we got lots of questions. We got lots of things we want to ask you.
Of course.
Why you take your craft so serious, or when did you start taking your craft so serious?
I think when I was I started first off as a producer when I was about 15. FL Studio, which I'm still in, and
that's your DAW of choice.
Yes, that's my, as far as producing goes. I like all of them, but that's what I started with, and that's what I know, so that's what I use. But I started about then just producing, and of course I did my little, I did my little artist thing back then, way back in the day.
I know, it used to be in a rap group, right?
Long time ago.
All right, I'm never want to expose.
Yeah, that's deep. I don't think anyone can find that. That's deep. But so I did that, but I was mainly into producing, and then it got to a point where I realized that I wanted to get my stuff to sound as professional as the stuff that's out there. I was on the radio, and I didn't know how to do that. I had no idea. I didn't know about Pro Tools. I didn't know about anything. Right. So pretty much I heard somebody's mix one day, and I said, "Whoa, where did you record and mix that?" And I just instantly got fascinated into the art of developing a professional product, because when you sit down to mix a song, or even to produce, because they go hand in hand, it's important to know that, so you can get your song to reach its full potential.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So
that key thing that you touched on, though, like a lot of our audience are independent artists or artists trying to get to the next level, is that you can't solve it with a good mix. You can't make a song with a good mix. Production and mixing go hand in hand.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, when I'm producing, I'm mixing at the same time.
Yeah.
When I'm recording people, I'm mixing at the same time.
Wow.
So that's how it works.
So, like, let me ask you this now. Do you think that is a luxury we have now because of technology, to be able to mix and record, or compose and mix at the same time?
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I'm thinking like back in the days.
Absolutely.
Like,
My goodness.
Right?
We wouldn't have time. We wouldn't have time to do all that. One person, it would have been hard.
It would have been difficult.
It would have been hard. Yeah.
I mean, there's pros and cons with the whole, how the whole music industry developed. There's pros and cons, but one of the pros are definitely that, I mean, if you just take a little time and learn your craft, you can really go a long way.
Right. So, like, Malcolm Gladwell has this thing of 10,000 hours to become, an expert. You think you've given the 10,000
Oh,
hours?
definitely. But let me tell you something about the 10,000 hours.
All right, let's hear it.
Well,
Malcolm, he's coming for you.
No, well, here's the thing. I mean, they say that, but that only works when it's applied learning. So you can't just spend a bunch of hours doing the same thing over and over. You have to constantly, look at your weaknesses and say, okay, well, I'm not good at this. How can I get better at this, and work on that?
That's what's up.
So I feel like that's how you really reach the full potential of the 10,000 hours.
I agree with that for sure. So, like, Echo, what you got?
I mean, that's where I have to learn, I think, because sometimes we get caught up, like he says, in just building a rhythm.
Yeah.
And not advancing necessarily in somewhere where we're weak. We just stick to what we know. Yeah. And that's it. It's comfortable. What I mean? So it's comfort. You're right. You got to break that comfort shell.
Wow, yo. Like, all right. So, talk to me now. You're 15, getting into FL Studio. You link up with one of the persons who released a professional recording at that time, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, yo, I love this. I don't want to be in front of the mic. I want to be more the technical aspect. And you start applying yourself now, doing the 10,000 hours. Like, what are you doing now as an engineer? Because I could call you an engineer, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, like what are you doing now as an engineer where you think you have distinguished yourself from even myself, who is an engineer, or Echo Slim, who is an engineer? Because as you said,
so as far as what I'm doing now,
as far as what you're doing now, because we're moving forward to see, like, all right, if I'm listening to this podcast right now and maybe my interest isn't to be an artist, maybe my calling is more behind the boards.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, definitely. Well, I think that the main distinction is over the years you develop a sound and you develop. I think one of my main things that helped me is being so well-rounded in being able to engineer also different genres and styles of music.
Right. You see, gem.
Yeah, because I come from a Jamaican background, a reggae background. But then growing up here in the States, hip hop, is like, that's what I first was listening to. And then now, since I came to the engineering world to work on, the industry world, here in Miami, it's a lot of Latin stuff as well. So it's a lot of, and they're all engineered different. They all have different styles and techniques, and it's about learning that. And I've went through a long time of watching other people, engineer and learning from them. That's what I was doing when I was like 15, 16. And
you go through it and you kind of like take a style from this person.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Take a style from that person.
Yeah, even today I see people that do things and I'm like, I like how he did that little thing. And I don't say anything. I just take a note in my head, and then next time I'm in the board, I try it.
So you hear that, guys. It's learning from different people. It's not like, say, it's one way to just do this music thing.
Yeah.
Right. And with the different genres, you say that they're all different. What's one thing that you think that applies to every genre that's the same in terms of mixing?
EQ, compression, reverb, delay, stereo imaging. That is it in a mix. EQ, compression, reverb, delay, stereo imaging, that alone, any genre of music. People always, come to me. It's funny because I have clients that come in and they ask me, oh, give me that template that you did last time. And in my head, I'm like, my template is the same for every single genre. Every single time.
You're giving too much now.
No, but really, it's the same. It's the same. It's just what you do with it, how you tweak it, when depending on the genre. But yeah, I mean, it's the same techniques.
All right, so all right, that's good. I agree with you. And Echo brought up a very valid point. But don't you also feel like, I'm stepping now into the engineering realm with you here and saying, even though you have a set template, it's very important, guys. This was one of the biggest learning curves for me as an engineer, is your approach. Even though you have a template, your approach has to be different song per song. What do you think about that?
Yeah. Well, the template is more for like a recording engineer when I'm gonna record the session. So
let's talk about that.
Yeah.
So listen, the man not say is only a recording engineer.
There's levels to
this engineering thing. And Mr. Big Tune is on levels on top of levels now. So what's the other thing? So templates is great for a record engineer, but now what's the other type of realm for a engineer if I'm wanting to get into the whole business?
I still use more or less a template for mixing, but it's different when you've already gone through a certain amount of hours of using different compressors and different EQs.
You hear how they sound.
And exactly, and hearing how they sound and kind of knowing what you like already. But when you first start out, it's important that you understand first the concepts of what you're doing, and don't just because you have a million plugins, start from using 10 or 5 plugins or whatever.
Knowing those really
and kind of just understanding them at least, so you know how exactly they work, so you can know when to bring them up.
All right, so I have a thing for you. Like, I want to go back a little bit and to the novice, because some of our people don't know. What's the difference between a record engineer and a mix engineer?
Yeah, well, I mean, recording engineers pretty much.
Roots, okay. And he's a wicked mixer.
Yeah.
I would call him a mix engineer.
Right. Okay. That's a good breakdown.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, pretty much, when you're a recording engineer, that's like when you want to get into, I feel from my experience, when you want to get into the business of, going into becoming an engineer, period. I think recording engineer is the starting, besides intern and assistant. I mean, when you're actually working, like recording engineer is like one of the first steps to actually getting to the point where you're going to be able to mix for other people and stuff like that. But of course, recording is just handling the actual studio equipment and recording the artists or the talents while they're in there, and then mixing is a whole nother, on your own time, you take it home or you do it there, whatever. But it's actually making the record more, it's bringing it to its full potential, rather than if someone pretty much an artist comes to you with an idea of what they want, of the recording, right? And then while you're recording, you might, good recording engineers kind of mix and do all of the ideas on the spot. The mixing engineer's job is to now perfect that to another level. To bring that full emotion out of the song.
I agree. Yo, because you saw that Instagram post I made the other day?
Which one?
Shit in, shit out?
Yeah, that's true. That's
that's true too.
It's very essential that the record engineer captures
good quality,
captures the quality of the recording. It's not really so much like, as Riddimz said, the mix engineer just comes and perfects that's already perfect. Is that kind of word? Perfect. That's already perfected. That's already perfected. Yeah, man. But you bring up a valid point there, and it's very true.
I think recording engineers too are very underrated.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because when you have a good recording engineer, I think that's the problem. The barrier of entry is too easy.
Easy, bro.
Because when you have a good recording engineer that knows how to bring the best out of an artist,
listen, man, your job.
That's where that's where the importance, the real value of a engineer comes in.
Because technology, again, let's loop back around to technology is great, but at the same time, as you said, the barrier of entry becomes lower, and every man just really like say, yo, I can do it. Just put up a mic, plug up Pro Tools and thing, and there's other elements to it.
It's so much. I mean, I have artists all the time that come to me that say, Maroon, I need to only come to you because the other engineers that I use, they're sleeping on the board while I'm trying to record, and they're this, they're that. And it's amazing to me, but it's because, people don't value that job. That job is so serious and it's so important. And that's what's getting me to where, where I'm getting to today.
And
recording engineer.
Too.
Yes, absolutely. Recording engineer, being a good one. There's not that many of those.
That's crazy. It's very important. And it's very important, like you said, because in a session too, the recording engineer got to be quick. So I rate and I respect the guys that they don't even touch the mouse. There's guys that their shortcut game is just crazy, and then it saves so much time.
That's true.
And like you said, I think they're underrated because of more time. When the session goes so quick, they don't necessarily get the ratings that they should, because the session's supposed to go quick. They're supposed to be. You're not supposed to hear any problems from them.
I agree, Echo. Yeah.
So big up to all the recording engineers out there.
Big up all the recording.
And big up to you, Rebel. You're a great recording engineer.
Respect, man.
The ones that motivate the artists. Like, yo, trust me. And I seen Rebel come in and it's totally switch up a session, because the vibes that he brings to the artist and giving them the confidence to record the song. I rate that. I respect that.
Respect, man. Echo. Yeah, man. Respect. So, yo, Echo and I have actually recorded in some crazy places.
Oh, gosh.
As a recording engineer, where's the craziest place you've ever set up shop?
Yeah.
Man, that's a good question.
Did you think he'll beat us?
No, that's the thing.
Did the Rebel tell you about our situation?
No.
Okay, but go ahead.
Honestly, I think just,
like a car, bedroom.
Not for real.
I think just in my room, in a bedroom, a small, crowded bedroom. I think that's the one. Yeah, nothing too crazy. I mean, because I've had access to studios. I've been able
so you don't
to,
need to.
Yeah, but back in the day before that,
we did whatever we could.
Definitely. I mean, just right there in the room. I mean, I remember recording on not even condenser microphones, like
dynamics.
Yeah, I'm talking about the microphone off the headphone, like
yeah. Remember
the microphone,
switch it to the input and you're gone.
Yeah, so I remember those days. That was when I was like 15, and
that's what's up, man.
Yeah, we didn't have nothing about mics.
Man, I'll come with some history.
But it didn't hold you back. It didn't hold him back though.
No.
Echo.
No.
You work with the tools you got, man.
Yo, hear that?
That's it, man.
That's true.
Goes right back to that again too. Definitely. All right, so Riddimz, you're a mix engineer, you're a record engineer, You're a producer. You're a dope composer.
Thank you.
Really dope.
Singer too. Don't forget.
Singer.
Don't forget. Songwriter.
Big singer.
Yeah, that's soon come. That's soon come.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Songwriter.
It's time.
Everything.
But
You know what they say, right?
what they say?
Oh, know what they say? Okay. You really want to know what they say?
No, I don't know what they say.
No, they say that everybody who has a job in the music business, their real first passion was to be a singer.
That's interesting. I never heard that one.
Yeah.
I never did either.
Yeah. So all of us who are in the music
Did you
industry.
make that up? You didn't make that up?
No, I didn't make it up. I didn't heard this one for
If
real.
that's true,
you know
that's
I'm good at
definitely
making up
interesting.
stuff.
Yeah.
But this one is true. Like all of
Yeah.
us who are in the music industry, deep down, our real passion is to actually be the artist.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But it takes a real talent to be an artist.
It do, that's a whole nother.
That's a whole nother thing. You know
that's
that?
a whole nother thing.
A whole nother thing. So yeah, man. We have Maroon Riddimz, Mr. Big Tunes in the Echo Rebel experience.
Big tune,
so
of
once
course.
you name some of the records that you mixed or were a part of, you know, let the people know.
As far as the biggest records lately that I've mixed, was Privado, of course, from Russian. I've been mixing a lot of Russian's records.
Big up Russia.
Yeah, big up Russian, definitely. That one, what else? Nana, which is also by is also Russian's record, by his new artist Kosa. It has Conscience and Shansia
Yeah,
on it.
That was actually a dope mix.
Yeah,
I never knew you mixed that.
Yeah, I did
That's
mix
what's
that.
up.
I did mix that.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
What else is there? I know there's some other ones. Some other ones that didn't get released yet. So when that get released, then you'll know.
The man is the man is a change man. Man now let no push out to the back. The man just like keep everything now.
But for the mixing tip, and then I've been doing some stuff with him on the production tip as well. Definitely, we've been collabing.
Did that Bravado track? Did that go platinum?
We're waiting for the approval right now, or the C for whoever to contact us back about that. So I'm not sure, but it has a lot of views.
You know, Billboard does they give the engineers now get their credit. That's how Semi, my brethren of mine, Craig Mitchell, engineers out of New York. He engineered the Panda record for he got his personal platinum plaque. So make sure when I go platinum, you get your plaque as a mixing engineer. You're supposed to get your credits now for that.
Definitely. My credit is definitely on there. Just waiting to see
to see
the outcome.
Definitely. So all right, Riddimz. All right, progressing. We're not going to go too far into the artist.
Because I talk well. Yeah,
but it's good vibes. Cool, man. It's good vibes. So yo, one little tidbit that you would give
up and coming engineers or even artists.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Engineers and artists. Number one, let the work speak for itself. Because I'm not somebody personally who's very. Who's just very hype and very out there as far as, I'm gonna do this and do that and just to go around and talk about everything. Right. When you let the work speak for itself, people will come to you. Right. You'll get attention. Number two thing that I've learned, which also I wasn't very good at before, but now that I'm in the studio, it's easier, is you have to get seen in person. You have to be out there. A lot of people ask me, well, how do you get myself to artists? Or how do I get? How do I do this? And I've learned that what's most important than anything is relationships, rather than you can be. There's a certain threshold to being good with the music, right?
Of course. You're right.
So you have to be. It's like the best are up here, and then you have. Good enough is right here, right? That's the threshold, right? And you have everything in between. As long as you're at that threshold or in between, you can make it. You just have to have established relationships with the right people. Yeah. So that's actually, words of encouragement for people who want to, because I constantly think that, oh man, I love this and I love that and I'm not good enough and I want to be better. We all feel that way. Like we all want to be, but the thing is, we have to remember that that we are good enough still, because you listen to stuff that's out there and you're like, I don't even like that, and look, that has 100 million views.
That's what's up. And that kind of is a great way to loop around to the beginning of the show when Echo was talking about waking up and you never know what the week has in store for you, because you are good enough to wake up and get something or achieve something. You never know.
You never know.
Yeah, and you have to be real with yourself too, because I know people also that I've known from 5-6 years ago who are still in the same place.
Jesus,
you know, realistically. Yeah. I mean, because they just don't get any better, and I think they just don't try to push them. They don't realistically look at their work and say, okay, you know, compare it to other things and say, look, where am I? You know, how am I doing? How am I doing from 6 months ago, from a year ago? What can I do now to get better? You know, so you have to
that's good because you realize NIcko, he's in no competition but himself.
No, that's what I agree.
You have to.
I agree. I mean, that's a waste of time to compete with other people.
Yeah, it make no sense.
It's a losing battle. It's a losing.
Yeah.
It's a rat
good
race.
it's good to push yourself and compare. You know, but you definitely have to also realize your own value and your growth and you know.
Right. Yeah man. The NIcko Rebel Experience Show 13. Maroon Riddimz in the place.
Yes.
Usually we ask for like a dub. Let me know if you want to drop a dub.
You know.
All right, cool. NIcko Rebel Experience. NIcko Slim, any words to end it, dog?
It was a great show. It was a pleasure having Maroon here.
Thank you,
Make
guys.
sure where can they reach you at online, social media?
At Maroon Riddimz. Any platform at Maroon Riddimz. If you're an up and coming engineer, producer, check out my tutorials online on YouTube. Those have been getting a lot of views, a lot of love, a lot of people messaging me. So go check that out, definitely. But yeah, Maroon Riddimz everywhere. So
that's what's up.
Big up. Thank you guys.
Man, no problem, brother. Big up and bless up.
Every time.
We're out.
We're out.
Definitely.